Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't yet subscribed, liked, or commented on any of my videos, please go ahead and turn on those post notifications so you will be notified whenever I'm uploading any new content. Today I'm going to be talking about practicing what you preach. As mentors and encouragers, we expect for everything to be perfect. But I'm here to let you guys know that nothing's going to be perfect. So you have to practice what you preach. So what I mean by that is before you deliver a word to people, you want to be able to practice. I'm not saying you got to go 2-3 months practicing, whatever you're trying to deliver to people. But you have to be able to understand and build a visual for people, paint that picture for people so that they can understand exactly what you mean. So what I'm saying is nothing is going to be perfect. You're going to make mistakes down the road, and there's going to be times that we're going to deliver words and we're going to go back and look and feel like, oh, I could have added that in there, or I could have did this different. But that's the whole point of growth. So you have to understand that you can't expect for every little thing to be perfect. So you got to learn how to make mistakes, because that's what's going to pick you up in the long run. Like, you got to go through the mistakes in order to build that growth. Assuming that what each of us wants most is progress, something that I believe to be an innate factor within us all, then we cannot allow ourselves to follow counterproductive paths leading to different destinations. If life is but a long chain of actions and reactions, each leading to a more probable future, then our opposing actions will cause us to repeatedly change our course. Imagine it like this. Every time that you make a decision to either practice what you preach or to ignore that, which you believe to be right, then you are actively deciding whether you wish to keep the ship steered on course or instead to change that course. You have to practice what you preach, because you don't want to give out information that you wouldn't even use yourself. So before you even want to deliver a word to people, you have to sit down, whether it takes 1 or 2 days, to look over your work and make sure that you completed any errors that you might have before you deliver a message to people. So as teachers, as coaches, as mentors, we want to make sure that we get through to people so that they can understand what we're saying. So for instance, you might be a coach or a mentor that's trying to obviously send out a word to people, and whatever it is that your topic that you're speaking about, you want to be able to deliver it to many different crowds, because not everyone is the same. As we know that everybody go through the different things. Some people go through the struggle, some people are dealing with self-esteem issues, whatever it might be. A lot of people are conquering and dealing with so many things. So as a mentor, as a coach, you can't just focus your attention on one crowd and just be like, this is what I want to do. You have to be able to touch people's lives, because first and foremost, when you're giving out a word and people use the information that you're giving them, and sometimes it might not work for them. So you have to understand what works for you might not necessarily work for everyone else. So basically, you have to be able to touch people's souls, because you're dealing with people's lives here. So you don't want to give out any false information so that people come back to you and be like, oh, the information that you gave me didn't work. But you want to be able to touch many people's lives and reach out to many different crowds, because you want to be able for people to look at your work and be like, oh wow, like that really touched on every aspect of my life, not just that one little thing. But you want to be able to touch people, and in a lot of ways, you don't just want to focus your attention on one subject. You have to change it up. You have to switch it up. It's all about changing and adapting to that change. You can't always have the same information and think that you're going to get many different crowds to come in and accept what you're saying, because not everybody has experienced those things. If you change your actions, change your course, then you are actively changing your destination. For those of us that are most diligent and most hungry for success, we are bound to steer back on course sooner or later. However, veer off too often or for too long, you will find yourself walking in circles, never making the progress that is needed in order for you to reach your final dreamed of destination. Ways to practice what you preach. Practice before you preach. In other words, work on yourself and then share your journey with others. Don't make excuses. Don't lie to yourself. Be mindful. Don't give advice that you wouldn't use yourself. I used to refrain from doing things that brought me true joy. Because I didn't fit into the little box that others wanted me to exist in, I viewed them as wrong or weird. And I'd often let the opinions of others hold me back from doing things that I really enjoy doing. But then I met God and built a stronger connection with Him, and then that shifted my mindset. The opinions of others don't affect my reality. The moment you let go of who you are and who you should be is the moment that you will be free. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Turn on your post notifications so you will be notified whenever I'm uploading any new content. Stay tuned, and I hope you all like this video.